So it's no secret that Baby Bell sleep has been somewhat challenging. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Leanne and this is Baby Bell. We talk about everything mum and baby on this channel, so if you do enjoy that sort of content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss anything else that we share. If you've been following us for a while or you've seen any of our other videos, you know that I talk a lot about Baby Bell's sleep or lack of it. I wanted to share how we've managed to get through the last year without going completely insane from lack of sleep. I'm not going to go too much detail about Baby Bell sleep. I want to talk about that separately, and this video will end up being about 3 hours long if I do that, but I did want to share what we've been doing to get through this. So the first thing for me was accepting that babies don't sleep like we do, they don't sleep like we want them to, and that I'm going to be sleep deprived. That's a new noise. I spent so much time looking into why she wouldn't sleep, how I could make her sleep, wondering what I was doing wrong because she wasn't sleeping through. And I found a lot of Instagram pages like Hey Sleepy Baby and Lila by Sleep and Sarah Ockwell Smith that made me realise that it was completely normal. And as soon as I had that mindset and I stopped fighting her sleep, it made a huge difference. So it's still hard. I haven't had more than probably 5 or 6 hours sleep a night for the last year, so it's still hard, but knowing that I'm not doing anything wrong and it's normal and she will sleep through when she's ready to has made it so much easier. Please don't do that, that hurts. My next thing is sleep when baby sleeps. Now I know loads of people say that they can't do that, but when your baby's born, your life then becomes a series of naps. Obviously in the old days they wake up every 2 to 3 hours over the 24 hours. So your life does become just a series of naps. I actually found the newborn stage easier because newborns sleep sort of 16 hours, although it's in chunks of 2 to 3 hours. I actually found that easier because she was sleeping so much. I could sleep when she was sleeping for some of it and then get stuff done during other naps as well. So, but I have learned to sleep. Oh, noisy baby. When she sleeps, even now, she's almost a year old, I will quite often have a nap in the afternoon. If we've had a particularly terrible night, I will quite often nap with her, so she still boobs to sleep, and then quite often I'll just have a nap with her, and I've learned how to do that. In the beginning, oh look what you've done to me. In the beginning, as I said, I found it a little bit easier, even though I was exclusively pumping and there was that whole cycle of doing that. I actually found it easier because she slept more, whereas now she needs less sleep, so you have to get that sleep, you've got to get that sleep in. Other things can wait, and you really have to prioritise sleep over everything else. Now, housework and stuff is important, but sleep is even more important. It's like as important as food as water. So for us, oh noisy baby, for us we have to make sure that we've got clean clothes, clean crockery and dishes, clean bathroom, clean kitchen, vacuumed floor because obviously we've got Jessie and she's hairy, and clean bedding. The rest of it just gets done as and when. If the TV stand isn't dusted, it isn't the end of the world. I've got to sleep. So prioritizing sleep over other things is another one of my really big tips. Baby Bell's heading for the tripod, so I'm just keeping an eye on what she's doing. Then on the subject of fresh bedding, optimize your sleep space. Like that fresh bedding, obviously everyone knows that when you've got fresh bedding, it's just really nice to snuggle into. Making sure that the room's nice and cool. Babies will tell you when they're too cold, but they don't tell you as much if they've got too warm, so it's better for them to be slightly on the cooler side. So nice cool bedroom. Baby Bell, we don't eat wires, thank you. Limit your electronics in there, make sure it's nice and dark, and have an uncluttered sleep space. So for me, if it's really untidy in the bedroom, then that stops me from sleeping. I think about how untidy things are and what needs to be sorting out. So just optimizing that sleep space and making sure that it's the best it can be is another thing that for me has really worked. Get help. make sure that your partner is doing their share. If you're breastfeeding, your partner can do nappy changes, especially in the early days when you have to do nappy changes overnight. As they get older, you don't have to do nappy changes overnight so much. That's not your tripod. Your partner can also burp the baby afterwards, bring you snacks if you need them. Obviously, if you are formula feeding, then hello, you come in to say hi. If you are formula feeding, then obviously anyone can feed the baby, so your partner can do that. They can go downstairs, get the bottles ready, give them the formula, burp them while you try and have a little bit of a sleep, and make sure that your partner shares the load of the chores as well. I mean, even if they're working full time, they still need to be doing their bit. We have a nice routine going now where after dinner, John will take Baby Belle to get ready for bed, and I'll start doing the tidying, and then when I'm boobing her to sleep, he will finish off the tidying so that that's all done. He's at work during the day, so he works up like 9 or 10 hours a day, so I don't expect him obviously to be doing stuff then, but it can't just be my responsibility to keep all the housework done, because obviously this one takes up a good 90% of my day. I mean, just breastfeeding alone is apparently the equivalent to a full-time job. So John does his share of chores, and then obviously if you've got family around, get them to help. Not necessarily with the oh, you just like bounced up then. Not necessarily with, you know, just with the baby, but with helping with the chores and stuff, you know, get them to do the shopping or make you some food, and just take the baby for an hour or so that you can get some sleep. That's not your microphone, is it? Okay. We don't have any family near that can help us, so it has just been us doing it, and that has been obviously really hard. So when family do come down to help us, we do ask them to help with loading the dishwasher and doing some ironing and keeping an eye on Baby Belle, just so that I can get a little bit of rest while John's asleep. While John's at work, not asleep. I mean, he could be asleep as well, but I meant work there. This is baby brain and sleep deprivation. Another thing that we found really works for us is to work out like a kind of a rota, a shift pattern. So John is an early to sleep, early to rise person, and I'm not. My natural sleep pattern seems to sort of be 11 till 7, which doesn't work obviously if I go to sleep at 11 and then Baby Belle's got me up at 1:30 or 2. That really doesn't work. So John, I'll do, especially at the weekends and sometimes during the week as well, I'll do the first part of the night, and then if we've had a particularly rough night, then John will come and take over at about 5 o'clock, because he's managed to get like 7 or 8 hours sleep in between 9 and 5, and then I can go and get a couple of hours sleep before he starts work. So that works for us. It's not ideal because I don't want to be sleeping until 8 o'clock every morning. It means that I'm not ready for the day until 9, but I've got to prioritise my sleep, and I can't survive on 5 hours. I need at least 8. I say I can't survive, I have been surviving, but I don't feel good. I don't feel good at all when I've only had like 4 hours sleep. Oh, coffee is going to be a friend. There seems to be this myth about when you're breastfeeding that you can't drink coffee, but I think the limit is like 200 milligrams or something, so you can have 3 or 4 cups of instant coffee. I tend to have one in the morning with my breakfast, which means that I can sort of get through till lunchtime, and then it is quite often that I'll have a nap in the afternoon with Baby Belle for maybe half an hour, and then I just leave her to get on with it so I can go and do stuff. But coffee is your friend. Exercise and fresh air. Getting outside, going for a walk, it really helps. I really struggle with it when I'm tired, when I'm really tired and I had a really bad day yesterday. I don't want to go out for a walk. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to see people. I don't want to move around, but I find that just lazing around makes me even more tired. So getting out for a walk or doing a workout really does make a difference. That fresh air and movement really perks you up a bit. Where have you gone? Baby Belle's just chilled out down here. So those are my tips and how we've got through this year of barely any sleep. It has been hard. It is hard, but it's not going to last forever. And there are things that can be done to try and maximise how much sleep you get. And I'm not going to lie, I am knackered, and I would love it if Baby Belle would suddenly start doing this whole 7 till 7 sleep thing that I've heard other babies do. But she will get there eventually, and in the meantime, we're just going to keep going like we have been going. Let me know if you've got any tips, any other tips that I've missed, obviously, for me and for anyone else that might be reading the comments. Let me know in the comments, because, you know, anything that helps is most welcome. As usual, we really hope that you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment and hit that subscribe button. It makes us really happy and it lets YouTube know that the video is worth showing to other people. We'll see you next time. Say bye. Say bye.